Hello, my name is Dr. Michael Ches. I'm a pediatric epileptologist and neurologist in the Sacramento, California area, and I was asked to discuss today a medication, lamotrigine, by the Lennox-Gastaut Foundation to help educate you about how it's used in Lennox-Gastaut and what its mechanism of action is. Lamotrigine has been around for many years. It's an anti-seizure medication. Lamotrigine is a triazine derivative that inhibits voltage-sensitive sodium channels. That's its one main mechanism, and it leads to stabilization of neuronal membranes. But it also blocks the L, N, and P-type calcium channels, and it weakly inhibits serotonin 5-HT3 receptors. It also may have an inhibition of release of glutamate through cortical projections in the ventral limbic systems, and it's also somewhat thought to be possibly neuroprotective because of its anti-glutaminergic or excitation effects, which can add to inflammation and pro-seizure activity. And so it works in multiple mechanisms, and because of that, it's been used for both focal and generalized seizures. And it's also been observed that it reduced GABA A receptor-mediated neurotransmission in the rat's amygdala near the temporal lobe and hippocampus, suggesting that GABAergic mechanisms may be involved as well. It appears that lamotrigine does not increase the GABA blood levels in humans, however. Therefore, the exact mechanism of how it works is multiple ways without a specific knowing of whether it works more in one person or another in one of those mechanisms. But with different types of seizures, that gives you multiple ways to attack neuronal excitation through different channels and different receptors. It has been shown to be useful in generalized and focal seizures, and it's been studied in Lennox-Gastaut compared to placebo and is FDA approved as a product that can be used as an add-on medicine for Lennox-Gastaut. It can decrease the severity of drop attacks in some cases. Because of the sodium channel effect, it may sometimes worsen Dravet syndrome or other seizures that are sensitive to sodium channel blockade. In addition, in combination with valproic acid, it can be a useful medicine for inhibiting seizures, but when you use it with valproic acid, valproate decreases the increase of a metabolite by slowing down the breakdown of lamotrigine, and that metabolite can cause a skin rash, which can happen if you increase lamotrigine too fast and you get too much byproduct or toxins from the breakdown products, which lead to a skin rash, which can become serious. And if you keep giving the medicine, it can go into a Stevens-Johnson type reaction or something we call DRESS, eosinophilic skin reaction, which can cause sloughing off of the skin and destruction of the skin to the point where you could actually have a fatality or a serious long-term complication like a bad burn to your skin. Now, this only happens if you don't stop the medicine right away. It is more common with valproic acid because of the mechanism, but yet the combination can be very effective for some people. So your doctor may recommend cautiously using them together, but monitoring closely for a skin rash. They are not contraindicated, but you have to use caution and intelligence when doing this. The way you do this is you increase lamotrigine very slowly, and lamotrigine should only be increased every 2 weeks at low doses, gradually going up by 25 milligrams at a time instead of higher, more rapid increase, which you can do when you're not on valproate. Without valproate, you still have to go up slowly because if you increase lamotrigine too fast, those byproducts can build up and cause a rash. Now, if that happens and you slow down and stop it, you can try it again and go more slowly, and some people tolerate that. So as long as you know about the rash, you can get people on Lamictal successfully if you know what to watch for and how to prevent it. I will say that if you get the rash after you've tried it twice, I would probably not redo it. In addition, one of the drawbacks is you can't add this medicine immediately and get a therapeutic response. You may have to build it up slowly over time. And so if you're in a hurry to get seizures under control, there's no IV version, and you can't do it orally in a quick loading fashion because you could get the rash. And so we definitely recommend going slowly when you start Lamictal, or lamotrigine is the generic name, and that you be very careful and talk to your doctor about all these cautions so that you know what to look for and what to do if a rash does develop. Other than those caveats and precautions, Lamictal has been an effective drug for many types of epilepsy, including Lennox-Gastaut. And I hope this answers your questions or interests in lamotrigine. so that you can have an intelligent discussion with your doctor if you choose to use it. Thanks for your attention today.